Science is exploring why people deny things for no logical reason at all.
No, they don't. I disagree. Hey everybody, thanks for watching D-News. I'm Trace and we have Crystal Dilworth here as well. We know that climate change is a thing. We know it's a thing. It's a thing, right? It's a thing. But for some reason, even when faced with overwhelming scientific and observable evidence, there are still those who deny its existence. When it comes to certain things, people are just at each other's throats. And yet at some point, someone has to be right?
Climate deniers, religious expression deniers, denial of free market capitalism, evolution deniers, crime, welfare, healthcare, the failures of whomever in whichever leadership, people of all parties and political leanings deny things, sometimes without any facts or logical reasoning. And a study in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology is attempting to get to the root of this problem.
It turns out, if a person feels that their beliefs are being threatened, they will deny that the problem exists, no matter what the information is that's presented to them. To uncover this, the researchers presented divisive topics to see how political beliefs affected presented solutions to problems. They called it solution aversion.
Right. So for example, participants were shown a statement explaining how the climate would change, and two solutions were presented to fix the problem. One emphasized carbon emission taxes,
which is an idea opposed by Republicans,
and the other emphasized a free market solution,
which is an idea favored by Republicans.
So you could likely predict which solution the Republican respondents preferred, but that's not what the researchers were testing. They wanted to know if presenting an agreeable solution changed whether the respondent would believe there was even a problem.
With solution aversion, these researchers are showing, even though it shouldn't logically matter what your beliefs are, when faced with overwhelming evidence, it actually absolutely does matter. And it cuts both ways. Results were repeated using solutions for home break-ins and how they related to gun control regulations, and Democrats mirrored Republican responses. They didn't believe that the problem existed.
According to medical science, denial is a protective instinct, allowing time for humans to adjust to a major change or shift in their lives. But holding on to that denial for too long can prevent us from processing and accepting shocks to our system.
Science has this problem a lot, just in general, because science often gets politicized. This is nowhere near the first study to test denial, but it's unique thanks to our denial of the problem even being a problem thing.
Since the 1950s, studies have shown that when people hold a belief, presenting them with a competing one causes cognitive dissonance. That dissonance is like an attack on your thoughts. And to protect itself, the brain reacts emotionally. That emotional reaction can skew thoughts, corrupt logic, and trigger denial. We see this all the time in anti-vaxxers and climate science, not to mention politics.
Using EEGs, scientists found our emotional brain reacts long before our logical brain does, because evolution facilitated a rapid reaction, not a thoughtful one.
But being driven by emotions doesn't stop at the fight or flight response. It can also distort logic and reasoning. We convince ourselves that when we're presented with information, our emotional reaction to it is just as valid as the facts themselves.
That's right, and as the researchers write in the Duke study, we shouldn't think of other people as anti-science or anti-fact or hyper-scared of problems, and instead, we should remember that some ideas threaten some people more than others. You can overcome emotional bias, by the way, it's possible. You just have to remember that it's there.
What do you think of this? Do you react emotionally or logically?
I'm pretty sure both are probably true, right? But let us know down in the comments. Make sure you subscribe and let us know what you think of all this. Also, check out this video that I did with Lacey. It's like over there. And you'll see what your drink says about your politics.